All right, problem number 9. I think this is a very difficult problem. All right, so you have to think about what do you know about triangles. So if my angles are ABC, right, because it says for a triangle ABC, then what do I know? That I know that A plus B plus C is equal to 180. I know that. I know that. Okay, but then look what they tell us here. They tell us that the measure of angle A is A. The measure of angle B is going to be 5A minus C. And then the measure of angle C is going to be A plus B. And I know that the measure of the three angles adds up to 180. That I know. All right. So I have to think about what else do I know about triangles. Oh, first of all, let me simplify this. So I have A plus 5A minus C plus A plus B is equal to 180, which gives me 1, 6, 7A plus B minus C is equal to 180. Okay, so let's take, I'm going to cheat and use what we did last class, because did you see that I have three variables, so I need three equations. But look at if I take what I just came up with from the second equation, and I add what I had from the first equation. If I add the two equations, I get 8A plus 2B. Look what happens to the C is equal to 360 degrees. All right? Okay. Now, this is how I solve the triangle. And a lot of you guys are going to say, how do I remember that? All right. So do you see that I have an equation without any C's? So I kind of want to stick to that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the remote angle theorem. So that tells me that the measure if I was to extend a line past B, that this angle here, the remote angle, is equal to A plus C. All right, so this forms a whole nice straight line. So 180 minus B, that gives me my remote angle, is equal to A plus C. Now remember, I didn't want C, but what is C? 180 minus B is equal to A plus, and then C is going to be A plus B. Okay, so I have 180 minus B is equal to 2A plus B. Add B to both sides. And I get 180 is equal to 2A plus 2B. Okay. Now that's a lot of geometry. So I'm going to erase this. And now we're down to this guy and to that guy. Just a second. All right, so I wrote down those two equations, and what do I notice? That I got 2b and 2b, so I am just going to subtract the bottom or multiply the bottom by -1. And when I do that, I get 6a is equal to 180, a is equal to 30. So now I know that a is equal to 30, and so I got to plug that in. So remember, you know that A plus B plus C is equal to 180. And so now I have to find out what B and C is. Just a second. Okay, so I'm going to figure out what B is. So 2 times 30 plus 2B is equal to 180. I'm just using this equation here. So 60 plus 2b is equal to 180. Subtract 60 from both sides. And I get 2b is equal to 120. Divide both sides by 2, and I get b is equal to 60. All right, so now I get a is equal to 30, b is equal to 60, so that means c has to equal to 90. All right, and I do realize that one was hard because that requires a lot of geometry. All right.